Have you ever thought about where your produce comes from? Most grocery chains receive produce from various local and national farmers. In fact, there are about 3.4 million farmers in the United States today. But of that staggering number, only 45,000 are Black farmers. At the Better Buggy, we are a proud group of Atlanta-based Black-owned farmers, selling produce locally and nationwide. Our easy-to-navigate online platform makes it easy for you to make a one-time purchase or to simplify your life by subscribing to our weekly produce box. Whichever frequency you choose, you can order with confidence, knowing you'll receive 100% organic farm-fresh produce. If you're looking for a thoughtful gift for a loved one that they'd actually find useful, be sure to pop by our online store where you can snag a gift card your recipient can use to order their own produce and t-shirts. Ready to start supporting local Black-owned farms and making healthier food decisions? Visit thebetterbuggy.com now to start shopping.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Brandon Hole, and he is the one that shot 8 people to death at a FedEx facility. And apparently he is a former employee. So he went back to the facility and he left a job in 2020. And then he returned back in April of 2021 and shot up people at the facility. So this came out on CNN April 17th, 2021. So the police were able to identify Brandon Hole as the shooter at an Indianapolis FedEx facility, and he was a former employee at that same location. So police are saying when they arrived, it was a very chaotic scene with victims running everywhere at a FedEx ground facility near Indianapolis main airport late Thursday night, where the former employee shot and killed 8 people and wounded several others. This is according to the police. This is what they told CNN. Deputy Chief Craig McCart on Friday afternoon identified the gunman as 19-year-old Brandon Hole, who was late. You know, he was an employee in 2020, but they didn't say when in 2020 he left. So he was found dead from a self-inflicted wound, according to McCart. In March 2020, Hole's mother told law enforcement that he might attempt suicide by cop. The FBI's Indianapolis office, and this is what he said in a statement. So he was placed at that time on an immediate mental health temporary hold by the police department. They said they also found a shotgun, and that was seized at Brandon Hole's home. So based on items that they observed in the bedroom at the time, he was interviewed by the FBI in April 2020, the statement said. No racially motivated violent extremism ideology was identified during the course of the assessment, and no criminal violation was found. The shotgun was not returned to the suspect. Well, I guess if they thought he was suicidal, then it wouldn't make sense to return the gun to him. Okay, so McCart told reporters that the police found Hole's name in 2 past incident reports. The deputy chief didn't have information about the first report. The details described from a 2020 report aligned with the FBI statement. Investigators are trying to determine a motive and were searching what they believe is the suspect's gunman home. So, I guess they would be combing all through his home at this time. So they said he was around the facility at 11 p.m. Okay. On Friday evening, Indianapolis police released the name of the 8 victims. So they were Matthew R. Alexander, 32 years old, Samaria Blackwell, 19, Armajit Jodhal, 66, Jess Winder Kaur, 64. Jaswinder Singh, 68. Amirjeet Keshan, 48. I think they said these were all Sikh, these people were. Carly Smith, 19. And John Weichter, 74. Now, one thing they did not do, they give the names of the victims, but they don't say whether or not they're employees, you know, or people that were just in the facility, just mailing off packages. So, the cause of death will be determined after the autopsies are complete, according to a statement. Well, we know they were all shot. IMPD said the names of those injured are not being released. So they just released the deceased, but not all of the people that were injured. The mass shooting in the county, they said this is the deadliest, one of the deadliest. They had one where 10 people were killed on March 22nd at a grocery store in Boulder. And y'all remember that. Y'all might remember that. All right. So Thursday night's killing began when the gunman got out of his car and pretty quickly started some random shooting outside the facility. So he started shooting outside before he went in. The gunman went inside and did not get very far into this facility at all while shooting at others there. McCart told CNN early Friday. Wow. I wish they would say how many he shot outside, but they don't. They don't quite get that detailed, I notice. Two employees inside the building at the time heard as many as 10 shots, they told CNN affiliate Wish. The men left the building and watched as about 30 police cars responded, they said. Thank God for being here because I thought I was going to get shot, one of them said. That was Jeremiah Miller, told Wish. Investigators have heard the shooting lasted a couple of minutes, that it did not last very long, McCart said. There were at least 100 people in the facility when the shooting began, he said. Many were on their dinner break or changing shifts. 4 people were found dead outside. Okay, now they do tell you. 4 people were found dead outside, and 4 others, not counting the shooter, were dead inside, McCart said. All right, just tell you later in the story. The incident marks at least the 45th mass shooting in the United States since the Atlanta area spa shooting on March 16th. I remember that. I remember, yeah. But that gunman, they definitely they treated that man better than a black man that gets arrested for marijuana. I'm just saying. And they kill people. CNN considers the incident to be a mass shooting if 4 or more people, excluding the gunman, were wounded or killed by gunfire. President Joe Biden orders flags at federal facilities to be lowered to half staff and urged Congress to act on firearm legislation, calling gun violence an epidemic. Mm-mm-mm. So, I mean, this stuff is going to just continue on. Look, y'all, I remember the mass shootings from when I was a child and us talking about it, in class during current events and social studies. And nothing changes in America. America's a very violent place to live. It's a very dangerous place to live. And the people, even the ones that are not out here committing crimes, when you listen to the way they talk, they sound criminal too. So it didn't matter if this guy didn't have a police record. It didn't matter. Look at the act he did. And that's another thing. These folks seem to think only the ones with a police record are the dangerous one. No, it's plenty of you that are walking around with no police record because you conveniently get out of things that Black people can't get out of, and it appears that you have no record. But like in this guy's case, you're still a very dangerous person, even if you don't have a record. You don't need a police record to be a dangerous person. You can be very dangerous and have nothing on your record. That's the truth. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.